Hello there, and welcome to WIC Commander number 37. Today we have Magda, Brazen Outlaw. I saw her in another game and I was like, I want to play that as my commander. Unfortunately, it's not the most diverse deck. I mean, it's one of the only decks where you're going to play lots of 7 dwarves. But the spirit of the deck is that Magda cares about other dwarves in the sense that it gives it +1/+0, but more importantly, whenever one of those lovely dwarves becomes tapped, we make a treasure token. Once we hit 5 treasures, we search all over for an artifact or dragon and put that onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So there's 3 main things going on in a Magda deck. You have your dwarves, which can go from anywhere to very few. I don't think every deck will play 7 dwarves, to be honest, because let's face it, it is kind of a vanilla 2-2 in most games. However, you might definitely play things like Universal Automaton, which can attack on turn 2 with Magda to create 2 treasure. But you definitely have things like Glittering Stockpile. You might go for a Gold Hound just to get the treasure count nice and high. Because it cares about 5 treasures. It doesn't have to use 5 treasure tokens, and some things have the treasure subtypes, such as Gold Hound, such as Glittering Stockpile. So you get yourselves up to 5 treasures. However, one thing that is not a treasure is Changelings. They only get creature types. Treasure is a artifact type. So Goldhound is not a treasure. Treasure is not part of its creature. It's part of its artifact types. So yeah, just be careful for that. I don't think you can go dropping changelings and sacrificing them as treasures. To my knowledge, anyway, I'm pretty sure it's the same as shrines. And then at the top end, you have dragons. So yeah, you kind of have this front end of making treasures, a middle end of making treasures and cheap dragons, and then a top end of expensive dragons. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck, and it is fun as it can be, in my opinion. So yeah, let's take it for its first game. Okay, we have a nice one to start off with. It's Winota, Joiner of Forces, that has been too busy just getting a break from Breaking Explorer to come and pay us a visit over in good old-fashioned historic Brawl. Our opponent's going first. We have Magda ready. We'll always have Magda ready, and I think that this is not a keep, although we do have a Braid, which is kind of nice. This, however, has 2 7 dwarfs, so I think I just have to keep it. And I think the trick will be... Oh, we have 7 dwarfs and we have Mirror March in hand. We've got one of our secret combos in action, and another 7 dwarfs. Okay. The prophecy has been foretold, and now we are reaching our potential. So, it's good that we're not seeing a free drop creature here, but it could just mean they have something to counteract Magda. I'm not that fussed, to be honest. If they do have some sort of counter spell for Magda, I'd be impressed. But they might just shock it or something. No? Okay, no, we're going to get our token, that's for sure. Which means that next turn, if my maths is right, we can play Mirror March into a 7 dwarfs and create a whole bunch of treasure. But also they might have the board wipe, so I'm not going to tempt fate. No, I'll go up to 4 plus 2, so yeah. Okay, there we go, Born to Drive. We'll play another 7 dwarfs. Yeah, why not? Come on, 7 dwarfs. Winota's about to do some busted stuff, but hopefully we can too. Unfortunately, we can't play Mirror March before anything else happens, but we can play... We have Terror of the Peaks and Mirror March. This could be so good. But they have Stram's expertise. And a whole bunch of tokens. So, I think we need to get our bonus-free treasure. Maybe we even just play Blundering. Yeah, actually, so we want to attack with... We want Terror of the Peaks very badly, but we also want Mirror March very badly. And I think that even if we survive next turn, we beat them with Mirror March, right? So, if all goes to plan at least, which it might not. Look at this board for a turn. Like, here comes Magda. Not Magda, Winota. If Winota doesn't come down, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 6. They have 42 cards to look at here. So, expect the worst. Right, so they start off with Sunblade Samurai. A cute one, but I see why it's there. They also have... Just look at this. Haktos. I mean, let's just block Haktos and see if we live. Nope. I really cannot say there was much else we could have done there, though, so I'm kind of fine with this. How ridiculous. Okay, another potentially busted deck. In Niv Mizzet, reborn with Ganther as a companion. Which, let's face it, why wouldn't you do that? So, Smashing Success and Zorn are quite nice follow-ups to Magda, so I'm going to go with that. Chaos Warp is probably going to be important. They have slow starting turns, so like we can quite quickly get out of control of Magda if things go right here. But it might be the case that doesn't happen. Do they have removal? They don't have removal. They might just be putting Giganther into the command zone here. Or ramping. Probably ramping. But we can Chaos Warp away. Ooh! That's very good. I like that. So we'll Zorn. Which means we get some treasure. In different styles as well, look at that. So the Zorn made a Kaldheim one, the Magda made a classic Dungeons and Dragons one. Ooh, yes, that is slow. Inferno of the Star Mounts next turn, just to really get in with our own dragon of meanness. I think so. And we even get our 2 treasure back from Magda. Okay, that just makes an additional treasure. Ah, ouch. So Smashing Success can destroy the Mana Geode. We'll then attack. So now we have 5 treasures. I could search for an artifact or a dragon. So let's see. Did I do this at sorcery? I don't have to do that at sorcery speed. So we can be very reactive and just do it at the end of our next turn. Goldspan seems like the boring choice. Sure. So you need to pay every color to use widespread thieving. And I don't know if what's under here is going to be anywhere near as bad as what they're doing with their commander. Nice. Resolve with that. So they're trying to find a land with Quandrix Apprentice here, which is quite nice. Yeah, they get the Triome. So maybe the owner of target permanent. Maybe we Chaos Warp our own treasure? No, that doesn't feel like the thing to do. Trove of Temptation very much feels like the thing to do. Because then we can bait in this Cultivator. Right, let's see what we can get, which would be really good for us here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's Magda. For Draguseth. Yeah, let's just get Draguseth. Chandra or Trove? Let's just go full force right now and hit them. So we do 4 to them, 3 to the Apprentice, and 3 to nothing else. I'll create some treasure. And then we have enough to... I think we're fairly good here. In fact, let's just uptick Chandra.
Let's do this. This'll be easy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should play it. I should play the 7 Dwarfs, but I just want to kill them with Chandra if they destroy our board. They have to do a lot this turn. They can play a multicolored spell and then cast whatever they've got with widespread tinkering, and unless it's an undo inversion, maybe it was wise. No, it was not. It wouldn't be wise to Chaos Warp the thinking, the tinkering, the widespread feeding. I mean, oh, what have they hidden away? I'm loving this sleeve. Yeah, it's nice. I really like how they managed to keep like all the different watermarks of different guilds. Quite interesting. Okay, yep, that's fine. Because we can just hit them with Chandra, so they're dead. Yep, you take our dragon. The idea of this taking Drakuseth Maw of Flames hostage is fantastic. It's just a massive dragon that breathes fire out of... To me, it seems like he's breathing fire. I don't know, are breathing fire out of several orifices. Because there's fire, like, everywhere, and it feels like flavorful of the ability that it just does so much fire. It's a fire guy, you know? The Oases, they're back to 4 now, so that means that we can't kill them with Chandra, but we can just kill them with having 2 attackers. So, yeah, I think we're good. And also we can just play Inferno of the Star Mounts on our turn, which can't even be counted. So let's do that, yeah. GG, GG, GG. And the nasty commanders keep on coming. It's Sythis time. This seems a bit rough. It's very dragon heavy. Goldspan's nice. Spitflame is nice. Spitflame, I mean, they're going first. So our turn 2 is going to be Magda. They're going to be quite far ahead of us, I think. Weirdly, I think this is better. I'm not sure why. I think the Maskwood Nexus is a big deal. But we can go Soulstealer's Axe into Magda, into Zorn, into Maskwood, and then Zorn is a dwarf as well, so it means... So Maskwood Nexus is, I think, a gold mine in this deck, because, I mean, not literally a gold mine, loads of things are gold mine, Magda's a gold mine, and I like the kind of, like, random dragon in the art of Magda, but, you know, you turn everything into dwarf, so everything taps... When anything taps, it gets you treasure. You turn everything in your deck into dragon, so if you're really desperate to get that, I don't know, but there might be a scenario when you want to fetch something that's not a dragon, tutor it on the board. I mean, this is why you put a Tali in every red deck, really, and I haven't with this one, which I almost feel remorseful for. Do I want to even let Sythis gather chance here? I think the answer is no, and I'm just going to kill it. Because Sythis is mean. And I don't want them to be doing mean things when I have very few lands. They have lands too, okay. I was hoping that I'd have choked them a bit there on lands by getting rid of Sythis, but no, they're fine. They're just going to play Sythis again next turn by the looks of it. And they can just play another enchantment right now with this weirdly looking green-white plains, but look at that. We'll play Bloodline Protector, that seems like the obvious choice, on Dwarf. Maybe not so obvious. I mean, Zorn doesn't get us treasure, so I suppose playing an actual... you know, the hope is we can get to... Well, we can get to 4 mana next turn, almost for sure, with Magda. But let's just see if they just go for the Sythis here. If they go for the Sythis, it might even be worth just doing the Soulstealer's Axe. Let's see what we get. Oh, we get the Automaton. Yeah, I think we have to do Magda. Well, what if we do this? We'll just get us a free drop, won't it? So yeah, we'll play the Automaton... Magda. And we're hitting them for 5, which is kind of nice. Next turn we can do Zorn and get 6 treasure out of our attacks if they don't stop us. I don't know, does Sythis have a lot of board wipes? Because it's quite creature-based, and it's in... No, I mean, it's obviously enchantment-based. I think that... okay. Could be worse. Shame it's not going to get tapped anytime soon, I suppose. But, yeah. The Automaton... This will never get us lands. That's the thing I don't like about it. The Soulstealer's Axe does seem kind of cool in terms of, like, getting us cards of random mana values. We have a lot of freeze as well. Freeze seems to be our peak point. So, but yeah, anyway, Zorn next turn, for sure. Then we get 5 mana. I don't know if we want to do Maskwood Nexus yet. It does create more changelings, which I do like. But they're kind of struggling on time here, not really sure what to do with their time. They turn it into a treasure, ironically. If only we got 2 from Zorn. Okay, sure. So they're making Sythis a bit more expensive. So if we draw a land, we can just straight up Inferno of the Star Mounts, which I'm a fan of. Yeah, let's just do that. Yes. Give this a axe, and it will just fetch us 6 drops, which would be. Oh, we can even make it 7 drops. We can also make it a 10/10 next turn. 10/4, pardon me, because it has fire breathing, which is nice. When its power becomes 20, it does 20 damage to any target. So this you want with the enchantment that doubles a creature's power at the beginning of combat, because then you activate it 4 times, double the power, attack 20. Well, I guess you have to double it to like 20 if its power when its power becomes 20 this way. So you have to make sure that it's at 9. So you'd have to double it. You'd have to make it 18. Doesn't matter. It's gone. Each enchantment is going to attack or block and its activated ability. Wow. Unbridled Growth. Does it draw them a card? Oh, they sacrifice it to draw a card. Are they doing like Voltron-y things then? It would seem that way. Yeah, they're getting for 4. God, this has gone downhill in a turn. Valor of the Worthy. So they don't have many creatures, it would seem. Maybe have single combat. Do we... No, the Bloodline Detector dying doesn't do us any favours. This still gets power and toughness as well, even though it's just Defender. Oh, Dwarven Mine makes a dwarf. It's kind of cute. And Universal Automaton being a dwarf. I don't know, man. Everything's kind of a dwarf at the moment, isn't it? We want the treasure from the Universal Automaton, don't we? So I think Magda's got to try again. And they can find another enchantment. Yep, so the Bloodline Protector gets bigger. The Automaton gets us 2 power and a treasure. It's just depressing. Nahiri's Binding. Does that mean he just turns to stone? And let's just 7 dwarfs as well. Yeah, let's put all our eggs in one basket. Because this means we have 8 treasure if Zorn likes Zorn things. It can't even use its activated ability, so we can't even do the cool thing where Inferno of the Star Mounts gets 20 power and we kill him. Anyway, here comes the board wipe. Presumably. Or the Tribunal, sure. Let's... So now we can get 6, play Magda, get 3 treasure, play Zorn. Wow! It's just every single enchantment that people hate. Sythis. No. Maybe we just try and get something with Soul Stealer's Axe. What's a good 2 that we would want? I mean, we still have... Did we use the... I think we used the fire... The Dragon's Fire, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, some decent 2-drops. Nothing that's gonna, like... Nothing that's gonna make me, like, cry. For... Out of joy, at least. Yeah, we'll kill it, I suppose. Yeah, it's got Defender. Oof. Oof. They get a Spirit out of this, which can annoyingly block our little dwarf and Universal Automaton. So it means that the Soul Stealer's Axe just doesn't do much. Castle Embereth, yeah. Do we have any ones that we want? We have a few ones. None of them are amazing, but we'll go for it. We'll put this on the dwarf, and then we can Embereth if they block it. I suppose it's kind of lame, but they need a turn to recover now, so that's kind of nice. No. Oh, okay. Well, we'll get a 1-drop. I don't think we have Bolt yet, because as much as it is a very good card, it's not something I want to splash a rare on, to be honest. Yeah. So our 3 options are Gold Hound, Sticky Fingers, which would be quite alright, and Infuriate's kind of fun too. Infuriate kind of meant... Yeah, we got Infuriate, alright. Well, let's Zorn then. Because that way we get stuff back on our treasures, and we have Infuriate in the rare case that we need it. What's the, what was the response for... Okay, Sythis. Nice. Yep, sure. Oh, that's right. We have the Embref in case they were just going to do nothing. They're going to seal away. They must have seal away after all the enchantments they've used. Close enough. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of lame how they get to draw a card after turning Zorn into an elk. There sure is a mad transformation, considering that Zorn is a messed up triped. It eats treasure as well. It's weird that it makes more treasure when it just eats treasure. It's a treasure gobbler. Right. Den of the Bugbear. We can attack with 2 Gobbos. In fact, yes, we can attack with 2 Dwarves and Zorn. And we have Infuriator ready. And if only this Bloodline Protector was slightly less sky-tethered. 2 treasures, lovely. Ack, ack, ack. And Infuriate could do a sneaky thing here, right? I could get a 5-drop. Do I only have 1 5-drop? Is it Gold Spam Dragon? If it is, we might just use Infuriate. No, I have a lot of 5-drops. Okay. Oh, you kind of want to use Infuriate on the Dwarf, though, don't you? Now, we'll get our 2-drop, because we can actually play it. Oh, of course, it's a 7 Dwarfs, isn't it? We won't play it, though, because as much as they don't seem to like board wipes, they probably have a board wipe. They've drawn a lot of their deck. They're down 74 cards. We're still on 82. The Mask with Nexus means that Zorn is now every creature, which is good for Den of the Bugbear. Once we have Mask with Nexus, we can do Den of the Bugbear, and then that's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? Tap 4. Tap 4. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I'm not liking this. This is just mana value 3 or less, so it's Magda again, isn't it? Sure. They even have Knight's Pledge. What does this do? Because creature spell, no creature spell, but 3 plus 1. Oh, okay, so Sythis is about to get bustedly big, I see. Go on, attack with Sythis again, do it. No, alright. Because for a while, Sythis is just going to be a bit rubbish until it can get past his Bloodline Protector. It probably will get flying soon, but we can attack with the Goblin. They know that we have Castle Embereth as well, so they don't really want to risk anything. I think we just Den. Den with Infuriate ready and Castle Embereth if things go wrong seems pretty nice. Oh, they have to discard, do they? They've got 8 cards in hand. Bit of a slow player here, so tickle our Treasure Dragon. Yeah, I think we just light up the Den. And get in. Because I'm a bit sick of all this rubbish. Yep, cool. Create a Goblin that's attacking. They fall for it if they block, which they haven't, so we Castle Embereth. Which is a chunky amount of damage, isn't it? That's a very chunky amount of damage, and we get ourselves 2-drop. It's not 7 Dwarfs, interesting. Orb of Dragonkind might not even be that good, because we just, the treasure's so good. Okay, they got up to 5, that's the only problem with Primeval Bounty, sure. We still have Bloodline Protector ready. Inferno of the Star Mount is still just a rock. Just a flying rock. Like, this loses flying. This is just a flying rock. Wow, that's bad. the need to... Okay, there's a gain life every time, and yeah, alright, yeah. Maybe we won't win. I think Infuriate's a good thing to be having, but apart from that, it does not feel optimistic at this point. Well, that's good, yeah. I like that. Oh, dearie me. And they make a little spirit, sure. So they decided they want a board now. We only actually have 3 creatures that can attack. Infuriate ain't as cool as it looks. But we can den... No, we can't den. 4 attackers, 1 being den. Infuriate does another bunch of damage, and Embereth does some more. Yeah, this is a bit icky, isn't it? So let's... 4 for den. Not enough for Embereth, but we have Infuriate. It's not enough, is it? So let's just play some Dwarves, I guess. Yeah, 1... They've won. They've won, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I do have a bunch of artifacts, so this is kind of chunky. That's nice. This is good with Infuriate then, really, isn't it? Maybe we want Embercleave in here. I mean, I'm just looking at this board and it looks very Embercleavey. Calyx. Yeah. I think we're going to call it there.
Child of the stars.
16 minutes. I'm getting bored. We're going to lose. So we are on to game 4. And again, another really good one. So it turns out that Magda must be in one of the higher tiers of commander decks to be facing just consecutive hard decks to play against. Esika is particularly awful because we don't really have a way to get rid of the Prismatic Bridge. And we can... Gosh darn it, we'll try. Do we just... Yeah, actually, I'm not in a rush to get rid of that. But I can also just do it this turn. Nice. Okay. Draconic Intervention, non-dragon creatures. Come on. Dragon's Horde. Mountain. Make another dwarf. Get 2 dwarf treasures. And yeah, we can play Leyline Tyrant. Tell me that's not like an awesome turn 4. We just played Leyline Tyrant after Dragon's Horde. We're making mana. They might just go Prismatic Bridge here, which is a bit boring. Oh, Lizard Blades. Yeah, let's see what we draw. Oh, it's a gold span. We can't play it, but we're gonna attach Lizard Blades to Leyline Tyrant. Attack with everything. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. I don't think the Valakut Awakening needs to be played this game. They'll need to deal with a gold span. They have Jin-Kataxis, which is cool, but I think we have this. Yeah! Take that, Esika. Fantastic, fantastic.